And happy Wednesday afternoon. This is Kurt Berglund with Pine Tar Baseball 1972 season set tournament one and done action for you on a Wednesday afternoon that I hope is treating you well. The matchup today, of course, interleague play in the one and done tournament. We are in round one, and we will be at the Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul, for the matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the Minnesota Twins. And that's going to be a clash not only of uniform colors, but also between two teams that have some similarities in 1972. Both teams have kind of a mix of veterans that we know and love from the 1960s and some younger players who will become stars in their own right in the 70s and into the 80s. The 1972 Giants are the visiting club today. They were 69 and 86 and in fifth place at the end of the 1972 season. They were, of course, coming off a playoff run in the 1971 season where they won the National League West, and they were certainly expected to contend in 1972, but they didn't. They have some aging veterans, Marichal, McCovey, but they have some young stars and stars to be as well, like Bobby Bonds. And I think a very good player in Ken Henderson, and a guy who will become a very good player later in the 70s, Gary Maddox. So there's kind of a blend there. But the 72 Giants didn't do well and didn't hit and had an awful home record for whatever reason at Candlestick Park. This is a season in which Candlestick was astroturfed. And so that's kind of interesting as well. The Twins were 77 and 77. They fired manager Bill Rigney and hired Frank Quilisi during the first half of the season. Doing that is kind of like deciding that, that Cadillac isn't really doing it for you. How about a Yugo? And so there are the veteran stars of the Twins that we know from the 60s, like Harmon Killebrew and Jim Perry and Tony Oliva. But then there are the rising star Twins like Rod Carew, who, of course, had already become excellent in his own right by 1972, but also Bert Blyleven and some other folks that they were counting on, like Bobby Darwin and Steve Braun. So we have a matchup here, and the Twins, I didn't say this, I don't think, but they finished in third place in the American League West. They had also been expected to do better. So we have this sort of clash between American and National League teams that maybe have a lot in common in that they didn't do everything that was expected. Having said that, it isn't hard to imagine that in a one-and-done tournament, either one of these teams could make some serious trouble for other folks. So let's get to the starting lineups. For the visiting San Francisco Giants, leading off in right field, it's Bobby Bonds. Batting second at shortstop, Chris Spire. Batting third, and I didn't know who to put in this spot, but I put him here, Dave Kingman at third base. Yikes. Batting fourth at first base, Willie McCovey. Batting fifth in left field, Ken Henderson. Batting sixth in center field, Gary Maddox. Batting seventh behind the plate, Dave Rader. And batting eighth at second base, Tito Fuentes. Juan Marichal is the pitcher. He is only a D pitcher on the road, but there weren't a lot of good options. and he remains a D pitcher the third time through the order. He has no strikeout or walk modifiers, and he can give you 7 if all is going well, and of course keep going if it is. For the homestanding Minnesota Twins, it's Cesar Tovar in right field, Rod Carew at second base batting second, Steve Braun batting third at third base, Harmon Killebrew batting fourth at first base, Bobby Darwin batting fifth in center field, Steve Bry batting sixth in left field, Danny Thompson batting seventh at shortstop, Glenn Borgman batting eighth behind the plate, and on the mound, this was also a tough call, but I went with Jim Perry. He's an A pitcher at home. He remains an A the third time through the order. He has no strikeout or walk modifiers, and he can go 6 and longer if it's going well for him. So it's Perry against Marichal, a couple of 60s stalwarts going in this one. It's a one-and-done tournament. If you lose, you're gone. The winner of this battle travels to Chicago, the South Side, to take on the White Sox in round 2. All right, so Bobby Bonds facing Jim Perry, and the pitch from Perry is a ground ball to Rod Carew, and Rodney gloves it and throws to Killebrew, and there's one man out in the top of the first. Now it's Spire. Chris, an all-star in 72, is just kind of establishing himself as an excellent ball player. And this is a base hit for Spire to left field on the 17, and so he is on with one out, and now it's going to be Kingman, who they were just trying to find somewhere to get him in the lineup. Big-time power, of course, but only a .225 average. Perry to the belt. The pitch to Spire. Grounded to Killebrew. Harmon gloves it and fires to Danny Thompson at second for the force out, and that's all they're going to get as Kingman legs it out at first base. 2 outs, and Kingman at first now for stretch, Willie McCovey. Still a big-time power threat, but not much of an average for him in 72 either, only .213. The pitch is to right and deep. This is going to drive Tovar to the wall, but it's gone, and it's 2-0 Giants all of a sudden, thanks to McCovey. 2-0 San Francisco with 2 outs in the first inning. Now it's Henderson. .257 for Ken, most of the time the left fielder in 72. The pitch is going to be a base hit for Henderson. With 2 outs, he's aboard on the modifier, and now Maddox. Gary, not much of an on-base percentage, but hit .266 and played a good center field. The pitch, base hit for Maddox. That's to right field. Tovar charges, but Henderson's going to take third. There's going to be Giants at the corners with 2 outs in the first inning, and Frank Quillisi is going to take a look at his bullpen. Dave Goltz is going to start to throw. Young Dave Goltz is going to start to throw. The long man for the Twins. Raider at the plate. Giants at the corners. Henderson at third. Maddox at first. The pitch to Dave. It's a range check. Get to the kitchen for the love of God. It's a range check. I think I left the gas stove on. This is a base hit toward Braun, but it's by him. Henderson's going to score. It's 3-0 Giants. Maddox stops at second. Or does he? Nope, he goes to third, and it's Giants at the corners again with 2 outs for Fuentes. What do they want to do here? Well, one more batter, I guess. Marichal on deck. Fuentes at the plate. Giants up 3-0. Pitch to Tito is lifted to left. Bry is under it, and he will put it away for out number 3. But the Giants put up a 3 spot in the top of the first and lead as the Twins come to bat 3-0. Marichal, not the Juan Marichal of the 60s, not the dominant Juan Marichal, but a soft tosser. He had 24 starts on the season. Tovar up there now, 265 on the season for Cesar. The pitch, base hit for Tovar. We might have a slugfest on our hands. This goes to left field. Henderson collects it and throws it back in. Now it's Carew with Tovar on first. Nobody out. Marichal to the belt. Checks Cesar. The pitch to Carew. And this is trouble. This is going to get over Henderson's head. Tovar is rounding third. They are going to wave him. And here's Henderson hitting Spire. Spire turns and throws to Rader. The throw home, not in time. And it's 3-1 on the double by Carew, bringing home Tovar. Now it's Braun with Carew 180 feet away and nobody out in the bottom of the first. Braun 289. On the season, Marichal to stretch, the pitch to Steve. Chopped on the infield, off Marichal's glove. It rolls toward Kingman, and he doesn't know what to do with it. Everybody's going to be safe. Carew makes it to third. There's Twins at the corners in the bottom of the first with nobody out. 3-1 Giants, and now it's Killebrew. The Giants will play at double play depth for Harmon. See if Marichal can get out of the mess. The pitch. He walked him. The bases are now full of Twins with nobody out in the first. That's going to get Charlie Fox on the bullpen phone. Jerry Johnson is going to start to warm up. Jerry Johnson is going to start to warm up for the Giants. They're going to play back for a double play. The pitch to Darwin is hit to right. Under it is Bonds. Tagging is Carew. He makes the catch. The throw home. Carew returns to third base. They're not going to challenge Bonds' arm with one out. So there are still bases loaded. Now with one out for Bry. Double play depth through the infield. The pitch from Marichal to Steve Bry is an error check. We have an error check. And that is hit to Spire. And Chris takes the pop out for out number 2. Now it's Danny Thompson. Bases still loaded. 3-1 Giants. Golden opportunity here. Slipping away from Minnesota. Marichal the stretch. The pitch to Danny Thompson is strike 3 swinging. Marichal gets him on a bender and escapes a huge first inning jam. We've played one at the Met. 3-1 Giants. So against Jim Perry in the second inning, it'll be Marichal first, and then the top of the order, Bonds, and then Spire for the Giants. Perry winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out. Jim's first strikeout. There's one gone in the second. Now it's Bonds. 0 for 1. The pitch from Perry. Hit to center. Under it is Darwin, and he evolves into that catch. All right, Spire at the plate, 1 for 1. Perry winds and delivers to Chris, and this is hit to center field. Under it is Darwin, and that retires the Giants in the second. So Perry rights the ship in inning number 2, but he still trails by 2, 3-1. Going to the bottom of the second, it's Borgman, Perry, and then the top with Tovar for the Twins. Glenn Borgman, 234 on the 72 season. The pitch from Marichal. Hit to left, but not deep. Ken Henderson's under it, and he puts it away for out number 1. Now it's Perry. Jim. Not good with the bat, but he could be worse. The pitch is grounded to Fuentes. Tito gloves it and flips to McCovey, and there's 2 down in the Twins' second. Now it's Tovar. Cesar scored the Twins' run last inning on a single. The pitch. Ground ball gloved by Kingman. He grabs it, doesn't drop it, and throws to McCovey for the out. So it's a 1-2-3 second for Marichal. We go to the third, and it's 3-1 Giants. Tell you about the set. This is the 1972 season set for Pine Tar Baseball. My PayPal ID is berglund.kurt@yahoo.com. $12.99 gets you the PDF. $54.99 gets you the cards shipped to your door via UPS. There is the info. All right. So Perry's on for inning number 3. It's the meat of the Giants order. Kingman, McCovey, and then Henderson coming up. Pitch from Jim Perry. Hey, struck out Kingman and made him look bad. 2 strikeouts for Perry. Now it's McCovey. We had a 2-run bomb in the first. Pitch to Stretch. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. Perry has now retired 6 in a row after a semi-disastrous first inning. And now Henderson singled and scored in the first. The pitch is grounded to Danny Thompson. He collects it and fires to Killebrew, and that retires the Giants in the third inning. We've played 2.5 in Minnesota, and it's 3-1 Giants. Marichal getting by on guts and guile with a D rating. Carew, Braun, and Killebrew coming up in the Twins' third. The pitch to Rodney is a base hit to left field. He goes the other way for his second hit of the game, and he's aboard. Now it's Braun. 360 on base average for Steve. Lands him in the 3 spot. He singled in the first. Marichal the stretch. The pitch to Steve Braun is going to be ball 4. Ball 4. No. I'm wrong. He gets a piece of it on the modifier, and it's a base hit to center field. Carew goes to third. There's Twins at the corners now for Killebrew. That's going to get Johnson up again in the Giants bullpen. Charlie Fox pacing in the Giants dugout. Killebrew up. He walked in the first. The infield at double play depth. The pitch to Harmon is hit to center field. That's Maddox. He's going to glove it. Carew is tagging at third base. And he will score. He will score, and it's 3-2. Giants with one out now in the third. And Darwin coming to the plate. Bobby is 0 for 1. Braun at first. Infield playing for 2. The pitch. Base hit. Darwin goes to right field. Drops in front of Bonds. Braun is going to go for third, and he'll make it. Bonds' throw goes into second to keep the double play in line. And now it's Bry. Steve is 0 for 1. Braun at third. Darwin at first. One man out. Infield at double play depth. Marichal the stretch. And the pitch to Bry. Here comes Braun down the line. It's a squeeze. It's the squeeze. And it's bunted right back to Marichal. No, I'm wrong. It's bunted to Kingman. He gloves it and throws to Rader, and they get Braun at home. They get Braun at home on the fielder's choice. The squeeze fails. And Bry is safe on the fielder's choice. Darwin moves up to second. So it's Twins at first and second now. And Thompson coming to the plate. 2 outs. 3-2 Giants. That was the tying run thrown out at the plate right there. Pitch to Danny Thompson. Is hit to center field. Under it is Maddox, and he will put it away for out number 3. So the Twins could have had more, but they get 1. After 3, it's 3-2 Giants. For the Giants in the fourth, it's Maddox, Rader, and Fuentes coming up. Maddox is 1 for 1. The pitch is to center, and not deep. Darwin under it, and he selects to catch it. 1 gone. Rader, 1 for 1. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to land in center field for a Texas leaguer, and Fuentes comes up with 1 out and 1 on, and Marichal on deck. Tito is 0 for 1. Perry the stretch. Perry had retired 8 in a row to that point. The pitch is grounded to Killebrew. He fires to Thompson for 1. The relay to Perry covering first is in time for a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play that ends the Giants' 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We got a good one at the Met. It's 3-2 Giants. Perry versus Marichal. Now it's Borgman, Perry, and the top of the order with Tovar coming up for the Twins in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Glenn. Is a base hit down the left field line. Look at Borgman digging for 2. He's going to make it, and he's got a leadoff double. Jim Perry comes to the plate. Tovar on deck. Marichal, the stretch. Looks at Borgman at second. The pitch home. Perry squares to bunt. He gets it down. It's gloved by McCovey. He turns and flips to Fuentes. And that retires Perry, but Borgman moves to third with 1 out. Now it's Tovar on deck, Carew. Marichal in yet another jam. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 San Francisco. Cesar is 1 for 2. The pitch to him. The infield is back. Ground ball, gloved by Spire. Borgman does not go home. Spire fires to McCovey, and there's 2 down, and now it's Carew. Borgman still at third. Marichal working hard out there. Carew is 2 for 2. Braun is on deck. Pitch to Carew. Is hit to center. Here comes Maddox, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. And the Twins get a leadoff double and fail to score him. After 4 complete, it's 3-2 Giants. Marichal will lead off the 5th for San Francisco, and then it'll be the top of the order with Bonds and Spire. Juan did okay with the bat in 72. He's 0 for 1 today. The pitch from Perry. Hey, struck him out. That's Jim's 4th. And Perry has retired 10 of 11. No, I'm wrong. 11 of 12. Bonds up now, 0 for 2. The pitch from Perry. Cork to left. It's a base hit. Bobby's on. And it'll bring up Spire, who's 1 for 2. Goltz gets working again in the Twins bullpen. He will be joined by Dave LaRoche. Double-barreled action. 1 man out, 1 man on. Spire at the plate. The pitch from Perry is ball 2. Ball 2 to Chris. He's ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. This is hit to right. It's going to drive Tovar back a few steps, but he's going to make the catch. Bonds will retreat to first, and with 2 outs now, it's Kingman. Dave is 0 for 2. Pitch from Jim Perry. Hey, struck him out for strikeout number 5. So Perry, since the first inning, has done the job. It's 3-2 Giants. We're halfway through this one. And this is how you get the set. Berglund.Kurt@yahoo.com is my PayPal ID. PDF $12.99. Printed, shipped to UPS $54.99. If you need the instructions for Pine Tar Baseball, let me know. I'll send those to you for free. All right, so the Twins have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up in the 5th. Braun, and then Killebrew, and then Bobby Darwin against Marichal, who's been living right. He's had 1, 2, 3 inning. He's been in trouble every other inning. Braun at bat, 2 for 2. The pitch from Marichal to Steve Braun is hit to center field. It's going to drive Maddox back a few steps, but he's going to make the catch, and there's 1 gone. Now it's the killer. Slugger Harmon Killebrew hit a sac fly in the 3rd. The pitch. It's a range check. Get to the kitchen. Oh my God, the gas is on. Gets a range check. And this is tapped in front of the plate. And it rolls away from Rader, and Killebrew is going to leg this out. Holy Toledo. Killebrew is safe at first, and that's the tying run. Darwin at the plate now, 1 for 2. Marichal in another jam. 1 out, 1 on. Double play depth for the infield. The pitch to Bobby. Hey, struck him out. That's Marichal's second. And there's 2 gone now for Bry, who's 0 for 2. Killebrew still at first. The pitch from Marichal. Hit to center. Not deep. Maddox under it. And he will put it away for out number 3. So after 5, we got a good one. 3-2 Giants over the Twins. Perry out for inning number 6. It's McCovey, Henderson, and Maddox. LaRoche and Gold still throwing in the bullpen. The pitch to McCovey is strike 3 swinging. That's strikeout number 6 for Perry. Now it's Henderson, 1 for 2 for Ken. Pitch from Jim is hit to right and deep. This is going to drive Tovar to the wall, but he will not get it. It's 4-2 Giants on a home run by Ken Henderson, who I think was a really good player and didn't get his due. So now it's Maddox, Perry, down by 2 now. The Twins down by 2. Maddox 1 for 2. The pitch. Base hit Maddox. Center field. He's on. And here comes Quillisi. He wants to talk. No, he's going to pull Perry. That's enough. He has seen enough of Jim Perry. So we'll give you Jim's numbers. It's going to be the left-hander LaRoche. So, Perry went 5 1/3. He allowed 9 hits. He did not walk anybody. He struck out 6. He allowed 4 runs. So far, they are all earned. And Maddox is at first. That's his responsibility. So it could be 5 runs. He's in line for the loss. LaRoche, 62 games on the season, an A pitcher at home. He does have walk modifiers on 55 and 77. He can give you 2 innings if you need him. It's going to be a double switch. LaRoche is going to bat in the 6th spot of the order. Steve Bry is coming out, and we're going to get a new left fielder. And let the congregation say yikes. Jim Nettles will be the new left fielder. He will bat in the 9th spot. And bat 3rd in the bottom of the 6th. So Bry is gone. Perry is gone. LaRoche is in and Nettles is in. Rader is up with Maddox at first. 1 man out. 2 for 2 for Dave on the day. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. First strikeout for LaRoche. 2 down now for Fuentes. Tito 0 for 2. Marichal on deck. Pitch to Tito. Hit to left. This is Jim Nettles. And he will make the catch for out number 3. We've played 5 1/2, and it's 4-2 Giants in Minnesota. A mild upset in the works. Marichal gets the bottom 1/3 of the Twins' order in the bottom of the 6th. It's Danny Thompson, Glenn Borgman, and Jim Nettles do. Marichal winds and delivers. Strike 3 swinging. A little upstairs gas from Juan. And 3 strikeouts on the day. Borgman up now. He doubled last time up. The pitch. grounded to Kingman. Dave gloves it and throws to McCovey. There's 2 outs. And now Nettles. Jim hit 204 on the 72 season, but a 302 on base average. He drew his walks. Pitch from Marichal. Hayes struck him out for strikeout 4. 5 in a row for Juan. 6 of 7 and 9 of 10. So he's on a little bit of a roll. We've played 6, and the Giants lead 4-2. In the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Marichal up to lead off. Then the top of the order with Bonds and Spire against LaRoche. Giants would love some insurance. Pitch from LaRoche to Marichal is grounded to Braun. Steve's got it and throws to Killebrew for out number 1. Now it's Bonds. Pitch from LaRoche is hit to center and not deep. Darwin is under it, and that's 2 gone. And now it's Spire. LaRoche to Spire is ball 4. That'll bring up Kingman. Oh. Dangerous water here, but they're going to let LaRoche face him. To the belt, looks at Spire. The pitch home to Kingman, and it's to left and deep. Way back. Nettles to the wall, and there's no doubt. Kingman has left the building, so has Elvis, and it is now 6-2 Giants. 6-2 San Francisco, with McCovey coming up. That's a bad blow for the Twins. The pitch to Willie. Ground ball, Danny Thompson. He gloves it and throws to Killebrew, and that retires the Giants in the 7th. It's time to stretch them out in Minnesota, but it's 6-2 Giants. Marichal will face the top of the Twins order, Tovar, Carew, and Braun in the bottom of the 7th. Tovar 1 for 3. The pitch from Juan is grounded to Spire. Chris has it and throws to McCovey, and there's 1 out. Carew coming to the plate. 2 for 3 for Rodney. Ribby, run scored. The pitch to him is grounded to McCovey. Stretch is going to flip to Marichal covering, and that'll be 2 down. And now Braun, 2 for 3. Killebrew on deck. He lost him. That's ball 4. So Killebrew will come to the plate with the batter on. One for 1, a sac fly, and a walk for Harmon on the day. The winner of the game plays the White Sox in round 2. The pitch. This is chopped on the infield, bounces towards Spire. He gloves it and fires to first, and they get Killebrew. No infield hit for the slow runner. So, after 7, it's 6-2 Giants. 6-2 Frisco. Henderson due. LaRoche will face him. The Twins have Goltz working in the bullpen. Henderson is 2 for 3 with a clutch homer in the 6th. LaRoche lines and delivers to him, and that is ball 4. Ball 4. He takes his base, and here comes Quillisi. He wants Goltz to face Maddox. So we're going to get a double switch here as well. That's it for LaRoche. He went 1 2/3, allowed 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 runs so far. Henderson's his responsibility, and 1 home run. So the double switch will be Soderholm. Oh, man. The double switch will be nobody. They're not going to make a double switch. It'll be Goltz coming on to face Maddox. Goltz, a right-hander, of course. So is Maddox. 4 relief appearances for Dave. A+ at home. No strikeout or walk modifiers. And he can give you 3, but probably won't. Maddox 2 for 3. Henderson at first. Goltz to the belt. The pitch to Gary. He's bunting, and he gets it down. Goes toward Killebrew. He turns and flips to Carew, covering first, and the sacrifice works. Henderson moves up to second, and now it's Rader with Fuentes on deck. Goltz in a jam, doesn't want to give up the 5th run, or the run that would let them lead by 5. Rader 2 for 3, the pitch. Hey, struck him out, so there's 2 gone, and now Fuentes is up, but they're going to walk him to get to Marichal. Now the Giants have a choice to make. Are they going to hit for Marichal? No, they're not. They're going to let him bat. So, Goltz with 2 on, Henderson at second, Fuentes at first, facing Marichal. The pitch is a base hit for Marichal. Sometimes the best laid plans. This lands in left field. It's in front of Jim Nettles. Around third is Ken Henderson. He's going to try and score. The throw from Nettles to Boardman is not in time. It's 7-2 Giants on the single by Marichal. Fuentes goes to third, and there's Giants at the corners. Goltz in trouble. 7-2 Giants in the top of the 8th. Bonds is 1 for 4. The pitch to Barry. It's a range check, center field. Darwin on the run. He's going to get there. And that retires the Giants in the 8th, but they add another run. It's now 7-2 Giants. And they're 6 outs away from advancing to Comiskey Park. So Darwin will lead off the 8th. Don McMahon, the closer for the club, as well as the pitching coach for the club, is warming up in the bullpen. Marichal still out there. Darwin 1 for 3. Marichal has allowed 8 hits. He has walked 2. He has struck out 4. And he has allowed 2 runs, both earned. The pitch to Darwin is hit hard. It's to left and deep. Henderson to the wall, and that's gone. It's 7-3 now, Giants. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for Goltz. In the bullpen, Wayne Granger, the closer for the Twins in 72. Tony Oliva is going to bat for Goltz. In the 8th, nobody out. Try and get something going. Twins down by 4. Marichal might be tiring. The pitch to Tourney hit .321 in limited action in 72 injuries. The ball is grounded to Kingman. He's got it and throws to McCovey for 1 out. Now it's Danny Thompson. 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts. Pitch to him. Ground ball. Kingman. One more time. Throws to McCovey. 2 down, and now Glenn Borgman. 1 for 3 for Glenn. Pitch from Marichal. Is ball 4. And that's going to do it for 1. Here comes Charlie Fox. He wants his pitching coach, Don McMahon, to take over and try and close this thing out. So Marichal certainly did his job. 7 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 3 runs. They're all earned. McMahon comes on with 2 outs in the 8th. He is an A pitcher on the road. He has strikeout modifiers on 55 and 77. He can give you 2 innings. And he's batting in the number 9 spot. So Borgman's at first. Nettles comes to the plate. And McMahon will face him. Nettles is 0 for 1 in the game so far. He entered on a double switch in the 6th. The pitch is a wild one. That'll advance Borgman to second, and it's 1-0 to Nettles. On deck is Cesar Tovar. The pitch to Nettles. Ground ball, Fuentes. He's going to throw to McCovey, and that will retire the Twins in the 8th. They get 1 back, but not enough. After 8 complete, it's 7-3 Giants over the Twins. Mild upset in the making, and we'll have a new pitcher for Minnesota in the 9th to face Spire, Kingman, and McCovey. It's Wayne Granger, the closer, the former Red. Goltz went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. It was intentional, a strikeout, no runs, no home runs. Spire, Kingman, and McCovey up in the 9th for the Giants. It's 7-3 Frisco. Granger winds and delivers a base hit for Spire to left. They want more. Here comes Kingman, who homered in the 7th. Infield playing for 2. Granger still throws hard. The pitch to Kingman. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the 9th for the Giants. It's McCovey now. Stretch homered in the 1st. Granger winds and delivers to McCovey, and that's a base hit. Left field. Stepping at second is Spire. There's 2 on with 1 out. Henderson comes up now, 2 for 3. Homered in the 6th. Granger, the stretch, the pitch. Right field. Under it is Tovar. He's got it for out number 2, and now Maddox. Two for 3. Pitch to him is hit to left, and under it is Nettles, and that will retire the Giants in the 9th. So Granger puts up a 0. And just making a check for gloves here. Alan Gallagher is going to come on for Kingman at third base. And that will be their only change. Gallagher in the third spot in the order. All right, so McMahon is out to try and finish this off. 3 outs away from advancing to Chicago. 72 pine tar set is what I'm using. Berglund.Kurt at yahoo.com. PayPal, $12.99 gets you the PDF. $54.99 gets them printed and shipped to your door via UPS. This is the one and done tournament. Tovar, Carew, and Braun in the bottom of the ninth, the top of the order for Minnesota. McMahon, what was he, 45 in 72? Something like that. The pitch. Chop by Tovar on the infield. Gonna get through into left field for a base hit, and Henderson will collect it and throw it back in. All of a sudden, the Twins have something. Carew 2 for 4. Twins need 4 runs to keep it going. 5 to walk it off. McMahon, the stretch. Checks Tovar, the pitch home. Ground ball, Fuentes. He goes to Spire for 1. The relay to McCovey is a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play. 4-6-3. 2 outs now for Braun. Last chance saloon for the Twins. 7-3 Giants. The pitch to Steve. He lost him. That's ball 4. Now it's Killebrew. On deck is Darwin. We'll see if this inning evolves into anything. McMahon pitching to Killebrew. 1 for 2 for Harmon. The pitch. Ground ball, Spire. He's going to go the short way to Fuentes, and the Giants advance to round 2. The Giants advance to round 2 by winning on the road at Metropolitan Stadium. 7-3. The line score for the victorious San Francisco Giants. 7 runs on 13 hits, and they committed no errors. For the Twins, 3 runs, 10 hits, and they committed no errors. Yeah. Winning pitcher, Marichal. Losing pitcher is Perry. No save in the game. Round 2, San Francisco will be at Comiskey Park to take on the White Sox. Thank you for joining me. This is Kurt Berglund. Please subscribe to my channel. I need your subscriptions. Please share the video. That's also good stuff. Thank you for joining me. This is Pine Tar Baseball 1972 season set. Hope you have a good afternoon. Enjoy your Wednesday. So long, everybody.